Okay, hello children. Today I'm going to tell you about the conditionals. So, there are many kinds of conditionals in English, but I'm going to tell you about three of them. Zero conditional, first conditional, and second conditional. So, zero conditional is when the action is real. It happens in reality. We use it when we speak about definite conditions. For example, if it is cold, I wear my coat. And what is the structure of the conditionals? The structure of the conditionals is relative clause and if clause. So if clause in zero conditional can be only present simple. The relative clause will be the same tense, present simple. The if clause can be either the first or the second part of the sentence. So we can change the if clause and the relative clause. So, for example, if it is cold, comma, so I can state that when if clause comes first, we add here comma. If it is cold, I wear my coat. When relative clause comes first, for example, I wear my coat if it is cold. Here in zero conditional I can also use when instead of if, and the meaning of the sentence won't change. In Azərbaycan it will sound like that. Əgər hava soyuqdursa, mən paltomu geyinirəm. So let's give some examples to the zero conditional. First example. If you warm ice, it melts. We can also say the ice melts if you warm it. Another example, it is easier to relax. If you close your eyes. So here we use if in the center of the sentence. We can do it with this following way. For example, we can say the if clause in the beginning of the sentence, as we stated before, and then we shall add here comma. Okay, these are the examples of the zero conditional. Then I'm going to tell you about first conditional. So, what is first conditional? The first conditional deals with a real situation in present, or future. First conditional means in Azərbaycani real şərt budaq cümləsi. So this is a real action also, and it describes a particular situation. It is a general statement. If something happens, it has the result. Okay, what is the structure of the first conditional? The structure is if clause, as in the zero conditional, plus relative clause, in if clause we can't use future, we use only present simple. We use here present simple, and relative clause we use future simple. Let's write an example here. If it rains, you'll take your umbrella. You'll take your umbrella if it rains, either you can say. So let's give some examples to the first conditional. I'll help you if you ask me. So here, if sentence comes second, as we denoted in the zero conditional, it can be the first sentence or the second sentence. When we use it in the second sentence, we don't use comma. If you ask me, I'll help you is the other variant of the sentence. If you ask me, comma, I'll help you will be the other kind of the sentence. Or we can use when instead of if, and it won't change the meaning of the sentence either. Okay. I'll give you some examples to the first conditional. Sorry. We'll go to the cinema if mother comes in time. Then another example. If you work harder, comma, you pass the exam successfully. So I think it is very clear to you now. I'm going to translate it into Azərbaycani. We'll go to the cinema if mother comes in time. Əgər anam vaxtında gəlsə, biz kinoya gedəcəyik. So it means future, real action in the present and future. If you work harder, you'll pass the exam successfully. Əgər sən daha çox çalışsan, sən imtahanı uğurla verəcəksən. So this is if clause in the first part and relative clause in the second part. Let's move to another part of our lesson. That is second conditional. Okay, what is second conditional? Second conditional is used when we desire something, when it is unreal, when it is impossible action in the present time, for example. It is also used in present, but when it is impossible and unreal. So it is used in unreal situations. For example, if you worked harder, you would pass the exam. So here we see that the construction is the same with the other conditionals. If clause, if clause, if clause, and relative clause. In if clause, but here in if clause we use past simple, but in relative clause we use would plus infinitive without to, or we can also use could plus infinitive without to, or bare infinitive. So this is unreal action, unreal situation, when we hope or desire for something. So let's give some examples with it. First example. If I had a lot of money, comma, I would go to Paris, for example. Here also we use comma in if clause. If clause comes first, then the relative clause. And we use here past form of the verb have and would plus bare infinitive. We can also change this sentence. First we can write, I would go to Paris if I had a lot of money. It is translated in Azerbaijan like that. Əgər mənim çoxlu pulum olsaydı, mən Parisə gedərdim. So it's unreal action. I have no money. Have but a little money. So I can't go to Paris right now. It's my wish, my desire. Then I can also state that here we use were instead of was when we want to use to be. For example, if I were you, I would study a foreign language. So I'm not you. So if I were you, I would study a foreign language. I'm not you. It's not a real situation. It's unreal situation. And here I use were instead of was. As we know that the forms of to be have two forms in past simple, were and was. Was in the first and the third person singular and were in other persons. But here in second conditional we use were instead of all the persons. So let's give another examples. If I visited London, I would go to the interesting places. Then she would send us an email if she had a computer. So here we say that if she had a computer, she would send us an email. She doesn't have a computer right now, and we desire that, we want that she has a computer. So here we use if sentence in the second form, as a second sentence. We can also use it in the first position. We can also say if she had a computer, she would send us an email. Let's translate it into Azərbaycani. Əgər onun kompüteri olsaydı, o bizə email göndərərdi. So it is a desire, unreal action as we see. For example, another example, if we had a plane, we would fly to Australia. So here if clause is in the first position and we write here comma. We also can use instead of would, could. If we had a plane, we could fly to Australia. So that's all about conditionals, children. See you next time.